On the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin' no. Knuckle up or buckle up. I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got to go.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Yo, 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 yo! What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And you already know what's going down today, buzz. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off now. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? Oh my goodness gracious. Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And it was a really nice weather day, even though it's cloudy. It's been like cloudy every day this summer. Look, I'm over the summer. I'm not going to lie to you. I am over the summer. I've said this many times on my show, and I'll say it again. When you are a kid, summertime can be everything. But now that when you are an adult, and particularly with the way that the climate has changed, summertime to me, I'm just over it. You know, that's what it was, how it was this past weekend. You know, really hot, then violent storms. Really hot, then violent storms. Yeah, it just gets on my nerves. Now, today was perfect. If the rest of the summer was like today, cool. Cool. Around like 85, 86 degrees in the Richmond, VA. But I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. I absolutely do. It is Monday, July 10th, 2000 of the 2-3. And again, I hope everybody is having and will have a wonderful, blessed, and beautiful week. And give my shout outs not just to my black and gold fan, but my fam in general. You know, love you. Love you much, love you lots, love you tons. It's the dog days, you know. When it comes to sports, it's the dog days of summer. It's the home run derby. That's getting ready to start. You know, and baseball don't pull a rank like it used to. At least not with me anyway. You know, so it's the dog days of summer. We got the big three. We got, which I love, by the way, and I was so happy to see the turnout that they had in Barclays in Brooklyn yesterday. And plus, the games were pretty damn good as well. But we got the big three. We got NBA Summer League, and we have baseball. And forgive me if I failed to mention Wimbledon. If it ain't Serena, meh. So anyway, are you guys ready to enter the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. Dog days of summer. Home run derby. Big three. NBA Summer League. I did watch Victor Wembanyama's opening Summer League game against the Charlotte Hornets. And my Uncle Michael, shout out to you, Uncle Michael, who was at the game. Him and my Aunt Cora, they were at the game, and I was watching the game, and we were texting each other back and forth through the whole game. And again, I don't deny any talent that Victor Wembanyama has, especially after the game he had last night against Portland, his second Summer League game, where he put up 27 and 12. What just got me was just the fact that, you know, he has the clear advantage over everybody. And you know, me and Tony talked about this the next day and how, you know, shots just weren't falling. And my thing is that you're 7'5", dude. I don't want to hear this. Oh, he's actually 7'3". Look, this motherfucker. I've seen people, and I haven't sit here say I've seen people in person, but on TV, I've seen people like Shaq, Embiid, all the way up to Yao Ming, and he's right in between Embiid and Yao Ming. He ain't 7'3". He looks every bit of 7'5". But what got me is that he would not post up. He didn't go in the hole at least once. And my thing is, and I understand that's not his game skill set, blah, 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 blah. I get it. You know, my neighbor Lou was like, you got to let that 1980s basketball go. It's not about 1980s basketball, but it's about you have the clear advantage over everybody, and you are letting these defenders off the hook. Now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to overreact from a summer league game where you're playing a bunch of people who most likely are either going to see the end of the bench, unless you're maybe a lottery pick. Lottery pick, you'll see, you'll probably start. You'll definitely see the floor. But a lot of those guys in those summer league games are going to see the end of the bench, or they're going to see the G League. But I'm just like, I was just saying that, Pop need to work on that man's footwork, because his footwork, to me, needs work. He was falling way too much, and that's why my concern with the body type, because very frail, what I've been calling him, 7'5" spaghetti noodle, and just freakish 7'5" things happen. When your leg looks like a granddaddy long legs, it's like, I just don't trust the body type. Now, like I said, last night, 27-12, no question about his talent, no question about the skill set, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I expect him to be first or second team, at least second team, all defense in the NBA this season, because when you're that tall and you have that long of a wingspan, you're going to block a lot of shots if you're available. That's all I'm going to say, if you're available. And the San Antonio Spurs have decided that his summer league season is over. They're shutting him down. I guess I understand that. Considering what happened to Chet Holmgren last year, I guess I understand. But again, man, they make these players so afraid to play basketball. But again, summer league, I get it. Why risk the chance of injury, blah, 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 injury, blah, 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 before the regular season? I get it. To me, honestly, the most interesting thing with Victor Wembanyama right now is the fact that his security guard kind of plucked off Britney Spears in the face. I've seen the video, not on purpose. I'll get to that in a bit. But that's, to me, the most interesting thing about Wembanyama. I'm not going to be, again, overly critical about his first game. I'm not going to be overly hyped about his second game. My thing with Wembanyama is he should be able to get any shot that he wants, because he's taller than everybody. He should be able to go in the post, and he barely has to jump off his damn feet to get a shot off. That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, I understand you have the footwork of a guard and you have an outside game, mid-range game, yada, yada, yada. But if I'm your coach, if I'm your general manager, you are getting your 7'5" big ass on that block. At least work with me. At least twice a quarter. Just work with me. Twice a quarter. That's 8 times in a game. I don't think that wouldn't be killing nobody. And I'm pretty sure Pop is going to work on that. He may even have Tim Duncan come in to help him with some of them post-up moves, as well as his footwork. Because the footwork, to me, very concerning. Because when you're that big, you don't need to be crashing to the floor that much. Long way down when you're as tall as he is. I'm being real. Now, Brandon Miller, from that game, all right. I see, at the high end for Brandon Miller, Paul George, who was his favorite player. Low end, Rudy Gay, maybe OJ Mayo, if y'all remember that name. Just saying. So, I mean, that's what I saw from, like I said, I don't pay attention to Summer League. I just watched it because the intrigue was there. And, when I thought that he was going to play last Wednesday against the Lakers, I was like, I want to see what he's going to do against my team of bench warmers / G Leaguers. And he didn't play. And I did a YouTube short. I'm like, come on, bro. 7'5" spaghetti noodle. Y'all going to waste ESPN's airtime, even though he ain't got nothing else to put on. I'm like, come on, what you doing? You 7'5" spaghetti noodle. You in the pot getting soft. All right, that how? I'm just messing around. Like I said, it's the dog days of summer. When they're in the middle of July, I'm ready for my football. I'm ready for summer to be over with. The only thing I'm looking forward to next in this summer is the fight. And we are less than 3 weeks away from the fight. After that, my son's birthday. Hey, my birthday is next Wednesday. I could give 2 shits. And it's a milestone birthday too. Hey, but it's all good. I just want to see the fight. I want to see the fisticuffs between Crawford and Spence. So, let's see. What topic are we going to have? We haven't done this segment in the show for the last couple of days. And it's something that I introduced a little over a month ago. It's called We Beefin'.
Bye, bitch.
We Beefin'. Now, Stephen A. Smith, who, again, make no mistake about it, I'm not trolling. I'm a Stephen A. Smith fan, even if some of the YouTube people that I listen to are not. The Carcinos of the way, shout out to you. Kwame Brown, definitely shout out to you. They're not fans of Stephen A. Smith at all. I am a fan of Stephen A. Smith. I just am. I just am. And, the doggy dog way of business and this, that, and the third, I get it. I don't, it hasn't affected me one bit personally, so I can understand why Kwame Brown would feel some type of way. Totally understand, and I've said this before. I think Stephen A. Smith owes that man an apology and should say it in public on TV to him, to his face. But again, as far as that goes, I still, y'all know I love First Take, but apparently last week there was an all-white party thrown by a billionaire by the name of Michael Rubin. And Stephen A. has some issues with it because in this all-white party, which included just A-list celebrities, even some who weren't seen as A-list celebrities, they were there, but he was not. Like when I give you a list, just some of the names just to give you an idea. All walks of life. We had the Kardashians there. We had Jay-Z and Beyonce. We had Leonardo DiCaprio there. We had athletes like James Harden, Tom Brady, Devin Booker, Tobias Harris, which would really make people pause. But even then, back to the actors, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, Justin Bieber, some soccer players who are world famous. I don't know who they is, but DJ Khaled, Micah Parsons. The list goes on and on. Star-studded guests, Lil Baby, Usher, Neo provided entertainment. This was the quote-unquote all-white party, and I guess because Stephen A. Smith has some history with this guy, Michael Rubin, I guess he thought that he was going to be invited. Again, Travis Scott, Odell Beckham, Hailey Bieber, I already mentioned Justin, Migos were there, Kevin Hart, just all the guys, all the people that you see on TV, and Emily Ratajkowski, if I said her name right, I don't know, Kelly Rowland, Kendall Jenner, Corey Gamble, all of these guys were there. No Stephen A. Smith. Feels some type of way. He feels some type of way because I guess Stephen A. wants to look at himself as being one of those entertainment A-list elite people. And I guess he was just maybe told that he ain't. I mean, just because, I give Tobias Harris as an example. Now, Tobias Harris isn't seen as an A-list NBA player, but he's got A-list NBA player money, and he plays for the Philadelphia 76ers, which Rubin used to own a share of. So, again, that, explains all of the history that they have. But he really was in her feelings. Really in his feelings, excuse me. And what was the lady's name? What? He made a comment. Didn't go over so well with some people. Taylor Rooks. Yeah, Taylor Rooks was apparently at this party, and that's what really kind of rubbed Stephen A. the wrong way. I guess he made a comment saying that Taylor Rooks was only at that party because she looked good. Ouch. Yikes, my guy. Yikes. I mean, that kind of does come across as a little shallow, don't you think? Now, since, of course, he has walked down that apology, because I'm pretty sure he got a couple of phone calls from people saying, hey, yo, bro, that was not cool. Probably from people that they would call higher-ups, who was his boss, and was probably like, dude, that is not cool. And so, again, I'm not trolling, but it's clear that he's in his feelings, that he really is in his feelings about that. And I don't know, because again, when I saw this party and I saw all the people who was there, I was like, who the fuck threw this party? How did he get all of these people from all these different walks of life to come in one gathering? I'm like, golly, I mean, and like, what was this? Is this Bill Gates? Is this Elon Musk? And then like Michael Rubin name rung a bell, I know I'd heard it in the world of sports before. But, he's a behind-the-scenes dude. He's a investor, very smart, like I said, a billionaire. Not Bill Gates billionaire, but he got some pull when he can get all of them people to come. You know, he get all them people to show up. So I'm like, who the hell? I'm like, wow. Now, Dan Lebitard said something that I found to be hilarious. He said, well, how long do you think the lines in the bathroom are, or the lines in the bathroom is? And then he said, what do you think about the lines that were in the bathroom? And if you catch the drift, I was like, well, goddamn. Which I don't doubt at all. I mean, when you have a party with the richest people, you are going to have the best drugs there. Okay? Like straight up. You are going to have the best of the best drugs there. Make no mistake about it. I don't doubt that at all. You know, I don't give a fuck if a president was there. There's going to be some form of blow at that party. But, you know, be that as it may, Stephen A. Smith really appears to be beefing about it and took a kind of out of the way shot at young Taylor Rooks, who's an upcoming journalist in that industry. And to me, I just found that kind of like, wow, wow, are your feelings really that hurt? And who else better to ask that question to? You already know it's a podcast Monday, but I got brother Calvin on the line. What up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Man, another day, another dollar. How you doing, brother?
Chilling, man. I'm chilling.
We're gonna jump right into it. We on the Who's Beefing segment, or the We Beefing segment, and Stephen A. Smith, Michael Rubin, the all-white party, him not getting an invite, kind of led to you could tell his feelings was hurt, and also led to a below-the-belt comment, I guess, about this young journalist Taylor Rooks who was there, where Stephen A. Smith said she's only there because she looked good. Well, I mean.
Well, there you have it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people were there because they look good, but I guess because she doesn't have that, she's not quote-unquote that famous to be to be invited to a party that surely he should be at. So what do you think about that, sir?
Well, I was thinking at first, before you said that, like, they probably don't want you there reporting the next morning what you saw at them people party. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably, now, I mean, it might be because they're ugly. You never know. Oh, damn. I mean,
whoa!
Which one would you rather have? Who would you rather have there? Well, you probably gonna say Stephen A. But you know, that's what it is. He probably don't know you like him. But it's a saying that goes, you got to wonder where you stand with somebody. Well, that's where you stand.
Well, there's history there because, you know, Stephen A. Smith, who, you know, if I know you've watched First Take a lot too, you know, he prides himself on saying how long he was at the Philadelphia Inquirer. You know, Michael Rubin at one point in time owned a portion of the Sixers.
Was he there when he was there?
Yeah.
Oh, so he feel like he know him.
Yeah.
Oh. Well then, so it's not a fact. It's not debatable that he knows him.
Oh, yo, he knows him.
Oh, well then that's why you didn't get no invite, because he knows you. This one, you don't invite everybody you know to your party. You invite people you like, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
So there you saying you knowing you, just because I know you doesn't mean that I like you.
Yeah, and he might, and deep down he know he don't like him, and he know he don't like him. You know what I'm saying? But shit, when you're a billionaire, you do what you want. You don't give a fuck about your feelings.
I think Stephen A.'s clout ego was a little hurt by that.
Oh yeah, he thought he was, because the who's who was there, so he
right.
You know who's who. Oh no. Well, there you have it. I guess this too shall pass. Things change. In and out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he probably didn't want him around the dawn fire screaming when they sacrificed goddamn what's the girl's name, boyfriend? He having a hell of a week home.
You say when they sacrifice who?
What's the girl's name, man? The Usher was singing to.
Yeah, who?
You didn't see the John when Usher was singing to the girl?
Oh no! I know you. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the chick name. Yeah, that's right. Cause Usher and Neo was the singers at this party.
And people tripping because she fine. No, she fine. I mean, well, I don't know what they was looking at, but I always thought she was fine like that. She always been fine like that.
What's her name?
She was in Aquila and a D. I see her face. I see her smile. I just can't picture her name. I keep saying Kyra Pratt, but it's not Kyra Pratt.
Oh, no. No, she ain't that type of gorgeous.
Hold on. Let me see. Her name is... Keke Palmer.
Oh, that's right. Keke Palmer, yeah, because Keke Palmer, oh, you say Keke Palmer, Kyla Pratt. Yeah, she is that type of fine. Excuse me. Yeah, because Keke Palmer, baby daddy, felt some type of way about that.
Yeah, I don't understand that because, I mean, it's not like she worked at Target. She's an actress. You might look up and see her kissing a nigga on the screen.
Yeah.
Her dancing, nigga singing to her.
And Keke Palmer been at it since she was a child. Like, you know, she's been around. She's what, like, she's only 29 years old, but she's been in the game for like 20 years.
Yeah, but I didn't understand his
Who, the baby daddy?
Yeah, I didn't understand his gripe. I didn't understand it. I mean, given who she is, she's a celebrity. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it won't like they was like on candid camera or something. It was a party. She was just going with the flow.
She was being serenaded. Usher was doing what Usher does. He serenades people.
That's what he, you know.
That's what he do.
And that's SOP when you send your girl to an Usher concert. If he asks her on stage, she going.
off bat.
One female, you know, who be like, no, you had that man act like she snapped her titty in that man's face. Damn.
So was her baby daddy on? Was he hurt? Was his feelings hurt more, or was Stephen A's feelings hurt more?
I think he was. Definitely the baby daddy.
Well, I mean, hell, at least the baby daddy at one point in time was getting the yams.
Yeah, at one point in time, but yeah.
That's why you can't take that away from him, especially when you got something to show for it, like a kid.
What if she do? Her next role require her to kiss somebody, or she go Chloe Bailey way and go backside back. What you gonna do? That's her job.
No, he might kill himself. I don't know. I hope not.
But you, I don't even know your name, my nigga. You are strictly Keke Palmer's baby daddy. You are property of Keke Palmer. You
Oh, shit, you funny, bro. He said he is property of Keke Palmer. Man.
We only know who he is because she gave him time of day.
He pull out his penis to piss, and that bitch say property of Keke Palmer on it.
You a property of Keke Palmer.
Damn. Oh, man, but Stephen A, man, it's all right, man. It's okay, bro.
He's okay.
Not that serious, bro.
Now, if Max Kellerman was there, then I know he'd all hella break loose.
And see, I thought that I heard that Shannon Sharp was there.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp was there, then that's the passing of the torch right there. And also with that buyout, they gave him money. They bought him out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we know that it was him that wanted out and they didn't want him? You know what I'm saying? How do we know they didn't want him out? Because a buyout is a buyout. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're right. For all the shit that I read, you know, it was more or less the other way around. You could see the stuff festering on TV. You could see the stuff festering on TV between him and Skip. So when I heard about that, it didn't surprise me one bit. You know, it didn't surprise me one bit. But
had he not been brought out, how long would he have been on that show?
What, another year or so? Another year, maybe two?
Okay. Because from what I like to imagine about the TV game, you know, you go with the hot hand, and if he's the hot hand, then you make that work, or you give it the cooler hand.
Well, see, this is what I'm interested to see, because a lot of these people, particularly from these networks who are on popular shows, there is, I don't know if this was in Shannon Sharp's contract or not. There's something where it's in the contract saying that should you quit or should you not renew your contract, should you be terminated for whatever reason, that you have to go at least 1 year before you can get a job with somebody else. Like, you can't leave and then immediately go to the competitor.
Yeah. Right.
You know, now I don't know if that applies to his contract, because there's a lot of rumors saying that Shannon Sharp could possibly be at ESPN.
Right, because it looked like, because you would think, as far as contracts go, a buyout would be different than quitting or getting fired. Quitting or something like that.
Right, so just like with Keyshawn Johnson, when him being terminated at ESPN, they have to pay out the rest of his contract. But again, I don't know if Keyshawn can go work at a rival network. Don't know. Right.
It would be interesting to see how that affects that clause that's in that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be, what's the word? That'll be different circumstances, mitigating circumstances, something like that. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Different. It's a change. It's a change in the weather type, and it's a change in the atmosphere type. I don't know. I always wondered that.
Yeah, I always wondered that about those contracts too. I mean, we'll know soon enough. What do you think about the possibility of Skip Bayless having the rumors of Lil Wayne being on Undisputed?
That's not gonna work. It's possible, but that wouldn't be possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Wayne don't give a shit about no sports.
No, au contraire. Lil Wayne is very in tune with sports. I mean, I don't doubt that Lil Wayne knows a lot about sports, but is he the type that could be on television on a daily basis talking about it, or even on a weekly basis talking about it?
Would the audience trust him to give them that type of information? Because, you know, Fox is a conservative network. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the person would have to be black or brown, but you would want them to have some type of journalistic background or experience. He's never done this. See, the difference between Shannon Sharp is, number one, Shannon Sharp, he played sports, and at the time he did that. He did something similar.
Yeah, he was on CBS for a while,
right,
and on ESPN.
Lil Wayne been sitting on the couch picking his dreadlocks up. No, that wouldn't work. He could be a guest and keep coming back. And I love Lil Wayne. He's my second favorite hot boy, but that's not going. That's not. They probably do. That's not debatable. I would like to see, and he probably wouldn't do it because dude would take him, would smash him every day with a smile. Nick Wright. I would like to see Nick Wright do that.
I would too, but the reason why I don't think they're going to get Nick Wright, I just think that they're going to get somebody black. I think that's a given.
You not black?
No, Nick Wright is not black.
But he one of them white people.
He's married to a black woman.
He's a go everywhere white. You know what I'm saying? Like Jim Carrey, or you know what I'm saying? Like he it don't matter. He's not black.
Yeah, I could see that, but from outside of this Lil Wayne stuff, what I've been hearing most, and I don't think this would go anywhere, but Shady McCoy.
Oh, that'll be the same formula they used last time.
That would only be entertaining during football season, because Shady's an Eagle. That's it.
Yeah. It's gonna be something. I'm curious. I mean, that's what this. We falling right into we playing right into their hands. Like we're waiting with great anticipation who it's gonna be, so we can agree or disagree with the pick. But it's got to be somebody kind of similar to that. To what it got to be. Okay, because let me see. Yeah, because McCoy he is a two-time champion in his sport. He should be a Hall of Famer, but. You know, would he be able to tackle the things they tackle, which not they don't tackle a lot over there.
Well, he's already on the show with Acho and Joy Taylor speak.
That is true. That might happen.
But whoever it is clearly somebody that they are going to have to prep, because Shannon Sharp last day was the day after the NBA Finals. Shannon Sharp last day was damn near a month ago. They were supposed to come back right before the 4th of July. Now it's been pushed all the way back to August 28th. So you pretty much, and which is surprising because, you know, they're going to miss pretty much all of the preseason and things of that nature. So whoever it is somebody who really needs to be prepped as far as doing that type of job. But
it might be shady then.
No, what I'm saying is it might be Lil Wayne. If you need all of this time to prep somebody. Plus, you know, it's a copycat world in sports and in business. You see all of the numbers that It Is What It Is podcast with Cameron and Mace be getting. Now you're saying, hey, maybe we need to get these rappers to talk about sports because people relate to them more. A modern day athlete relates to them more.
That's a good angle. But when you're looking at that type of show, that show is not as accessible, is not as popular as this is a almost an institution. This undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, right now, I don't disagree with that. But when it comes to popularity, as of right now, it might be more popular. But maybe just because we haven't seen Undisputed in a month. I don't know.
It would, and I mean, but it got to be sustainable though. Like we ain't seen it in a while, and we want to see the new host. But after that, if it's not sustainable and it's not interesting or believable, people not gonna watch.
Well, right. Well, I mean, have you ever watched It Is What It Is podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's two rappers talking shit about sports.
And it's interesting, and it's very interesting, and it's very entertaining. But it's clear, it's abundantly clear that them two dudes don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Why do you say that?
You know what I'm saying? They don't. I mean, they don't. Not like they stupid, but from like a sports trans. I mean, it's not the same. It's the same, but it's not.
Well, here's the one thing from that show that has already surprised a couple of established journalists is the fact that Draymond Green reached out to Cameron to tell him the truth about what really led up to that Jordan Poole punch. He didn't reach out to nobody in quote unquote journalists in the industry. And when Cam came on his podcast and said it, that, you know, raised a lot of eyebrows. Mm-hmm. Because that's an exclusive story that any journalist would want to get.
Right, and it's probably less channels and red tape you got to go through to get that on that show.
Oh yeah, there ain't no damn red tape for that.
Right, so something that's heavily regulated like that, like Undisputed, they would get that, but they would let them know what they can say and what they can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's they don't have no filter over there.
No, they don't. That's why I fuck with it. They like us. We don't have no filter.
One thing they tell you on that show when they first came, they said, "This is not like your other shows. It's not. This is barbershop. This is barbershop talk."
Well, that's what makes it. Well, what makes it unique is that all of those shows are pretty much barbershop talk. But what makes it unique is, for one, the platform and the language. You know, first taking Undisputed and First things first, they can't talk that way on TV.
Man, so, and how many times on that show have you seen them go and say he shot this from the 3 last night and this from, you know what I'm saying? They don't do that.
No, they don't. They're not into the statistical analytics and shit.
So one of the currencies, one of the different currencies on Undisputed is the you know what I'm about to say.
Statistics?
You know, right.
It's making me think a lot, smart guy.
So that's why I'm saying why that won't work with Lil. That's why I'm saying that won't work. But what did he say led up to this punch?
Well, it was a couple of things. That Jordan Poole was pretty much kept trolling him. You know, things like, you know, because Jordan Poole went to Michigan, Draymond Green went to Michigan State. Apparently, Draymond told Cameron that Jordan Poole would say things like, I fucked more bitches at Michigan State than you did, and you went there. They would be at practice, and Draymond would be going hard at practice, and Jordan Poole would be saying, I don't know why you playing so hard. You on borrowed time. You know you're going to be on the Sacramento Kings next year. And then there was one more comment. I can't remember it off the top of my head that was made, and that was it. Draymond just dived on
And
it.
then the fucking bitches thing, that's low hanging fruit. That other one? Yeah, we got some. We got a cake in the oven now, Jack.
Cake been baked, Woody.
And he's sitting over there in Washington. He ain't got no nigga ain't cut his hair since he been traded.
Hey, look, Golden State made their choice, as you see.
Yeah, if you got to wonder where you stand with somebody, that's where you stand. And look at him stand all the way across the country. You were supposed to be the heir apparent.
Yep.
To the light skin collaboration over there. Was one other baby's brother, and they could have kept that thing.
And not only did they trade you, they re-signed the man who jaw jacked you.
Man.
And to replace you, they brought in a dude that is 13 years older than you.
Yes, they did.
Maybe 14 years older.
You may have shade about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years off that dynasty and how far they can go and be competitive, but they let you know what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They let you know what time it was. And everybody always was, well, I ain't gonna say I'm not speaking for you. I can't remember what you said, but they was just coming down on Draymond Green about that shit. But, you know, I'm a firm believer, you know, you talk that shit, you gotta back it up, Jack. Like, you can't just, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I wasn't coming down hard on Draymond Green. I was just more or less like, if I'm Jordan Poole, nigga, I got to see you every day until I get my get back.
Exactly, but you know what probably happened? He probably put all that energy running his mouth. And once he seen Draymond Green, he had seen enough for a lifetime. He probably thought about it. He thought about it, but he didn't want that. like we said, they he didn't want that again.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, I didn't come down hard on Draymond Green because there are two sides to every story. All I know is what I saw. And I saw this motherfucker hit him, and I saw his legs buckle. I mean, that's a, you just talked about my mama and my mama dead punch. I mean, I'm serious.
His body said, danger. I feel the diplomatic process beginning to break down.
I mean, you know, and it's like, that was almost like a Bernie Mac rule punch. And he said something about Draymond's mama, and Draymond said, woo, my mama dead. Now I got to cut you. That's the rule. Cut you. Well, instead cut him, he punched him. And it's like, you know, and it's just, and when the story now comes out, well, I mean, obviously, because near the end of Golden State season, you was hearing rumblings about not just Draymond not fucking with Jordan Poole, the team in general, that ever since he got that money, he totally changed up. And then by the time Golden State season was ending and Jordan Poole was playing so terrible, it's like, well, no wonder Draymond punched you in the face. Did he punch away your motherfucking game too?
Well, salute to Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Then they was identify a lock, what they would call what we would call if that's what was the case, a locker room cancer. And literally, because a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's just keep this thing moving right now. And they probably can find another light-skinned brother, and teach him how to shoot like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what, Steph been doing this how long?
Steph came in the league in 2009, so.
In 2009.
It's a long time.
They started kicking ass around 2011, 2000.
Well, they started kicking ass, winning titles in 2015. So, I mean, so their dynasty.
So basically, you have a whole generation coming up that's been trying to, because he changed the game. I mean, that's the Yeah. You got a bunch of people. You got, the people that can do that now are a lot more prevalent than we think they are. So we give credit for. You know what I'm saying? So he wants a special talent, but he won't that special. So they can find another kid. They'll find another nigga. Watch. Who they draft this year?
They drafted somebody who honestly fits the bill of Klay Thompson. But they're not gonna do what the Chicago Bulls in the late 90s did, and that's just disassemble a team when there was still potentially another championship left. So I salute the Warriors for keeping their core together. I do. I salute the Warriors for keeping their core together, and I think it's the right thing for them to do. And you're right. Jordan Poole is replaceable.
You said that too, because you made a good point. Because that's a speaking point to another topic about the greatest of all time, this and the third. Jordan won 6 titles and couldn't keep that team together.
Nope.
He said he wanted to coach, and they said, "I own this." The owner got up off the desk, walked to the door, looked on the name on the door, and said, "I own this." He gone.
Bro, no, actually, no, it really wasn't the owner. It was the general manager. Because the owner, real talk, the owner for the Bulls really wanted the shit. But the last say is he put all of the power in the GM, and the GM is no longer with us, but all the power was put into the GM's hands.
The owner still got the last say.
Yeah, but at the midnight hour, they offered Phil Jackson and a 1-year deal to come back for the 99 season. And Phil Jackson was like, fuck y'all. I mean, y'all could have, if they had did that in the beginning or maybe even mid-season, he probably would have took it. But they carried it the whole year, 97-98 season, that this is y'all, Phil Jackson's not coming back to coach a team. You know, that's where Phil Jackson got the slogan, The Last Dance, from. Michael Jordan said clearly he wanted to run it back. Now, Scottie Pippen was gone. I don't give a fuck what you say. Scottie Pippen was gone.
My point was that the owner could have intervened any time in between those 2 points.
He could have.
And
but he chose not to.
Been there, and it'd have been Jerry Krause's move. Now you fast forward to this time, and you got somebody like Steph that say, "Hey, he's my guy. I want my guy."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my point.
And see, the Lakers damn near made the same mistake, but we rebounded for 2 more championships. I mean, I thought one of the dumbest moves that the Lakers ever did was trading Shaquille O'Neal. I understand the gripe between him and Kobe. You trade Shaq, you fire Phil Jackson. Late great Dr. Jerry Buss realized that he fucked up quick. 1 year without Phil Jackson, next year, nope, come on back. Come on back. And to me, Phil Jackson's best coaching job was his second time around with the Lakers. Because, when he was with the Bulls, they were already a championship-made team. They just needed the ship stirred in the right direction. Same thing with the Lakers the first time he came with Shaq and Kobe. When he came back to the Lakers, it was Kobe, Lamar Odom was decent, and that's it. So he really had to rebuild from scratch. And he rebuilt it back up to a championship squad where we won 2 more titles, won the 3 straight NBA finals. To me, that's his best coaching job. Because one thing about Phil Jackson, what people would always say, the one knock on him, if you had one for him coaching, is, well, he had Jordan and Pippen, but he had Shaq and Kobe. And this is all true. But what did Jordan and Pippen win before him? Nothing. What did Shaq and Kobe win before him? Nothing. What did Kobe win after him? Nothing. And that second time around when it was just Kobe, Lamar Odom was decent, respectable, borderline all-star, and then everything else was expendable. And they made it work. But
the key to all that was Phil Jackson.
Oh, absolutely. As a coach, I don't doubt that. And that's where the Lakers fucked up at the third time, because Phil was going to come back a third year. When they had Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. And instead they went with Mike D'Antoni, and that's what drove Kobe into the ground. That's what ultimately led to that torn ACL, which really fucked up the last 3 years of his career. Because I truly believe if that injury had never happened, Kobe would have retired as the all-time leading scorer and another championship. Because that team was tailor-made for Phil Jackson. And for whatever reason, they went with, it was personal, because Dr. Buss's son was in charge at that time, and he didn't like Phil Jackson because he was fucking with his sister. That was all personal. And he let his personal beef influence his business acumen, and it cost...
Messing with Jerry Buss's sister? I thought he was messing with his daughter.
No, he was messing with... No, I'm talking about Jerry Buss's son was running the Lakers, and of course Jeannie Buss is his sister.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, he let his personal feelings cost Kobe the last 3 years of his career and another title.
Yeah, he out there now, ain't he?
Yeah, no, he has no control over the Lakers. And I mean, Jeannie Buss got another championship, so she can always sit back and say, if anybody, questions her ownership of the Lakers, got another chip by hook or by crook, bubble championship, whatever. You did get a title.
Yeah, ain't no hook or by crook. It's a championship.
It's a championship. Now, do I believe the Lakers would have won the championship had there been no pandemic stoppage? I don't, but it happened the way it happened.
Yeah, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Absolutely right. But since we back on basketball, Damian Lillard. It is reported that the Portland Trail Blazers won 4 first-round draft picks for Damian Lillard. To that, you say what?
If y'all don't want to trade the man, just say that. Anybody saying y'all that, y'all done lost y'all rabbit ass mind. Ain't no tried to accommodate. No, you didn't. You trying to get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't realistic. I had an uncle like that. He had this car and shit. So I want what I paid for it, or I let the motherfucker rot. Nigga, you bought that shit in 1996. You think so? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. You know what you're doing. You don't want to sell it. You don't want to get rid of them. You don't. And it's cool. Because what you go, I mean, that's their price. That's probably what that's what they accept. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably some truth to that offer. Like, we'll take that because they can rebuild kind of rapidly with that. But ain't nobody finna give you that shit. Who? What team in the NBA right now would give you that for him?
That's not going to happen, and I tell you why. Because of the Rudy Gobert trade last year. That fucked it up for everybody. Because that was one of the most ridiculous trades in recent memory for a great defensive player. Rudy Gobert is a great defensive player. But was he worth all of what he got traded for? Man, hell no. So you think he when that boy what's that the tall nigga from Harlem tall the first overall from the Spurs, you think Rudy Gobert probably lock him down for the first couple of times? Wembanyama?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that's a tough cover for Rudy Gobert because Wembanyama, he doesn't specifically play in the post. Now, if Wembanyama came down low, oh yeah, Gobert would get his ass the first couple of times.
I've seen a post that said a healthy Zion Williamson and a healthy and unfreaky Zion Williamson will send them to the gulag.
That motherfucker's so skinny, it looked like Zion Williamson could eat that motherfucker.
Man.
Now, I opened up the show talking about him. His summer league game, his first one, not so good. Second game, pretty good. He's now been shut down for the rest of summer league. It is what it is. But Damian Lillard, 4 first-round draft picks for a 33-year-old who again, I love Damian Lillard. But now I have to talk about your resume, sir. It's not that I dislike you, and I hate talking like this because I come across almost as a Dame hater when I'm just being realistic. I'm looking at Damian Lillard's resume. When it comes to distance, the only other person who got him in as far as distance was shooting is Steph Curry. That's it. But Damian Lillard has been to the conference finals once. And that's how many times, and he's only been out of the first round of the playoffs twice. And he's been in the league since 2014 or 2013, whatever. Yeah, since 2013 or 2012. Excuse me, 2012. He's been in the league since 2012. And
common knowledge that they have failed to put a decent team around him as long as he's been there.
Man, look, that only rides you but so far. And this is why I say that.
Okay.
I'm being serious. Because that comment almost sounds like nobody wants to come to Portland, blah blah blah. Well, you have to make somebody want to come to Portland. And last time I checked, Damian Lillard has been very, very well compensated for his time in Portland. And if you want to put the correct quote unquote team around you, maybe you should take a little less. Basketball is a salary cap league, just like football. Maybe you should take a little less to make sure you can get players in there that are around your caliber to make that thing work.
So,
because
so the pay is the reason why they couldn't get good players up there?
I don't think if that's fully it, but Portland's squad, at least over the last couple of years, well, let's just say, up to about 2020, Portland's squad wasn't god-awful. I mean, they were a consistent playoff team. Like I said, in 2018, they were in the finals. I mean, they were in the conference finals. They traded away C.J. McCullough. Don't understand why. Nurkic was an all-star caliber center at the time for a time period while he was there. You even had Carmelo Anthony so bought into that team that he was willing to come off the bench for a couple of years. So if you want to put that on, well, Portland hasn't gotten the roster that he needed, there's a level of truth in that. But there's also a level of truth in Damian Lillard has cashed the fuck in with the Portland Trailblazers. They have been very, very, he's made almost $500 million off the Portland Trailblazers. So when I hear things like, well, you need to treat Damian Lillard right. Don't do him dirty. Nigga, how have you done him dirty? How? In 3 years, when he's 36 years old, he's going to be making over $60 million on his contract. Do him dirty how? Because we sure not talking about financially.
Well,
Dame deserves this. Dame deserves, man, look, Dame a grown-ass man. Dame signed his name to the contract. The same contract that he signed said in the contract, you do not have the no trade clause here. Like, he didn't have the no trade clause like Bradley Beal had with Washington. So now you at Portland's mercy to send them to wherever the fuck they want to send you. You can say Miami till the cows come home, but they don't have to send you there.
So you mean to tell me that? So from what I'm getting from you is that he's kind of at fault because he did nothing but cash in, and that stopped players from being around. But you have players that do that all across. And I mean, because think about a couple of years. Think about way back when the money John Wall made.
Horrible contract.
Huh?
Horrible contract.
Okay, but you can't put shit back in the docket. That is what that is. And then you talking about back in 2000, what you said, 16, 17, when they went, last time they went to the playoffs.
No, they went to the conference finals in 2018.
Conference finals. So, okay, but that was like right in the middle of that whole fucking maelstrom of superstars.
You know what? I said 2018. Forgive me, I'm incorrect. 2019 is when they went to the conference finals.
They're still in the same storm with superstars. They're not just migrating, but they are conjugating, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you have superstars, you have people. I just think they got the short end of the stick with that stuff, because you had, like, at that time, your A-list players, they may not be top billing right now, but they still sweet like that. That's when Paul George was migrating. That's when
Paul George played for the Thunder. As a matter of fact,
migrating. That's when Kevin Durant was still.
You're talking about the year specifically that they went to the conference finals.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, let me give you a refresher on this, because I know this shit. That year, the Portland Trailblazers run, that's the year where he waved bye-bye to Paul George and Russell Westbrook when he made a series-ending three-pointer to put them out. Then he beat Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, and Jokic with the Nuggets in Game 7 in Denver to put them out. In the conference finals, they played the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant was hurt. He didn't play that series. It was Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and understand they legends, but they got swept.
Mm-hmm.
So they got swept. So if the stars had aligned, any time that the stars had aligned right for Portland, it was that year.
So after that year, that next offseason, who went? I'm just saying, just look at who went where.
Nobody left that Portland team that next year. And mind you, the next year was the pandemic season.
I'm just saying, they probably didn't have the opportunity like most teams did to get some other people, because the top people had already made up their mind that they were going to work together elsewhere. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, the team at that point in time who was winning championships was a homegrown team. That's why I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't make. I mean, I'm not saying that Portland could have done. I'm not saying that Portland couldn't have done a better job with getting a roster around him. I get it. All I'm saying is that you ain't worth 4 motherfucking first-round draft picks at this point in your career.
Man, we didn't have to say all that to get back to this. We know that. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna get that. jive turkeys know. You know that. I'm just saying, because when you was talking about like what he did in the playoffs, like I don't think his medal is in question.
No, I'm just saying. But see, to me, the 4 first-round draft picks is why I brought that up, because I'm looking at your resume, sir. What if your resume says 4 first-round draft picks? Because you're in high demand, because maybe some teams think that you're the missing piece. That may be true. But if you asking for 4 first-round draft picks and maybe a couple of swing players, who's doing that?
Yeah. And, I was getting ready to say, too, I don't think LeBron is worth. Would you think somebody they probably LeBron would probably get that.
No, not now. Not this
now. I didn't think so. So okay. So then you would agree with my initial thought. Like, you talking about resumes, you stack his resume up to LeBron's, and you already know that how they come out, and he's not worth that.
Let me put it this way. Kevin Durant, 3 first-round picks that the Suns gave to the Brooklyn Nets. That's Kevin fucking Durant. 3 first-round draft picks. That's a 2-time champion, former league MVP. Damian Lillard ain't getting 4 first-round draft picks for Damian Lillard. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You might as well take 2.
You might as well take 2 and about 3 players, and say Merry fucking Christmas.
Yeah, and that was hogwash right there. What the little thing on Happy Feast say? Rubbish, dog.
Rubbish.
You're not doing that shit. Come on, man. Tighten up.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. But get off the topic of sports for a second. You mentioned when we were talking about Lil Wayne possibly being a host on Undisputed. Who knows? But you said something that actually made me laugh when you said he's my second favorite hot boy. That was just so specific. But speaking of hip hop, we are celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I did a YouTube live last night where it was a simple question, like a little 20-minute YouTube live where I just gave my favorite top 5 rappers all time and top 5 rap groups and express what 50 years of hip-hop meant for me. Before I say anything else, Big C, what does 50 years of hip-hop, and I know I didn't tell you this earlier when we talked before we got on wax, but what does 50 years of hip-hop just off the top of the dome mean to you?
I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I think hip-hop is an institution. I look at it kind of like, it's special because I love music, man. I love all types of music.
Yeah, you and me both.
Hip hop is, and this is kind of like fantasizing a little bit. In my mind, I think of hip hop as I hold in the same place in my heart as you do HBUs. The reason why I say that is HBUs were a place where we weren't allowed. They were created out of thin air because it was something that we couldn't. It's something they wouldn't let us have and let us do. So we did our own thing, and it was homegrown. Like it's something that's what makes HBU so unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I think hip hop was. Hip hop was like, it was almost. It's older than that. It just hadn't been recorded till such. It was our voice, our beat, our spirit, how we interpret rhythm, and we interpret. You know what I'm saying? And it could never be duplicated. That's why we come. That's one of the problems they have now. I love it. You know what I'm saying? All types of it. And I like how it started out. In New York, which is the center of everything, then it expanded to the West Coast, and then once the South had something to say,
oh yeah,
it's a beautiful thing. Like, I know everybody's era is special to them, and it should be, but you can't tell me nothing about the Dirty South era, that crunk music, that, you know what I'm saying, that was something special. And that's one thing that's a big difference between our music and then their music, because I know for years every generation think the next generation's music is trash, but we got a legitimate argument. Because all they talk about is everybody got a gun. Don't nobody like our music. We was fighting. If I had more for me than you did, it's not your night, Jack. You know,
Lil Jon.
you know what I'm saying? It's not your.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that clump. Come on now, like, it was just the times. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know they was gonna morph into this shit with these little, whatever you call these niggas running around. But back to hip hop, love it, beautiful thing. I don't know what I would have did without it.
Well, I said this about hip hop last night on the YouTube Live. Is that for starters, it's something that a lot of people didn't think that it would last because it was something that was created by us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was something that was created by us, and because it wasn't the normal status quo, it wasn't a please baby, please baby, 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 please. It wasn't Motown, two-stepping, My Girl, or anything else. You know, it was just a form of poetry put to a beat. And as it got more gutter, as it got more controversial, the questions started coming of would this last? But the more controversial it became, the more it became a success. Because there's so many people out there that want to go against the grain but are afraid to go against the grain when it comes to hip-hop. Now, I've always broken hip-hop down into waves. You know, like the first wave of hip-hop, the second wave of hip-hop, the third wave of hip-hop. Now, the first wave of hip-hop, I always thought the second wave of hip-hop was the most important era in hip-hop. And I still believe that, but I have to pay so much homage to the first wave of hip-hop because the first wave of hip-hop is what inspired the second and the third, so on and so forth. It's like how everybody likes to say the Mount Rushmore of this, that, and the third. Fuck all that. I'm talking about the forefathers of hip-hop. Because the forefathers and the forefathers encourage and plant that seed into the head of the people who may be on your Mount Rushmore, whoever your top 5 rappers are. But the first wave of hip-hop is your Curtis Blows, your Kool Moe D's, your Big Daddy Kane's, your LL Cool J's, your EPMD, your Run DMC, your NWA.
Rappers Delight and all that.
Right. Those are your first wave of hip-hop.
I agree right there.
Huh?
I agree right there. I agree with you. Keep going.
Yeah, now that's the first wave of hip-hop. Now the second wave of hip-hop, which I think is the most important, because the first wave of hip-hop, that got everybody's attention. That got everybody thinking. That got everybody talking. And then when you came to NWA and LL Cool J and Kool Moe D, and they started being the parental advisory sticker had to be put on, then motherfuckers got scared.
Okay, that's the second wave.
No, we're still in wave 1, homeboy. We're still in wave 1.
What?
No, we're still in wave 1. That's the shit that got you talking, that got you scared. Mm-hmm. You know. Mm-hmm. Now wave 2.
I might have been right. Go ahead.
Wave 2 to me is most important because wave 2 is when you could no longer deny. Wave 2 is when it went global and commercial. Yeah. Because wave 2, now you add in, because mind you, all of the people from wave 1 are still in their prime. Cube, NWA, LL, Kool Moe D, Big Daddy Kane, they're all still in their prime. But now with wave 2, now you add Pac, now you add Big, now you add Snoop, now you add Jay-Z, Nas, DMX. DMX, Outkast. Right there. That, and like you said, when the South had something to say was wave 2. Because wave 2 took it to a whole nother level. Nelly, Ludacris, crunk music. Now white kids don't have to be afraid to listen to hip hop because Eminem is part of wave 2. Okay, now white kids and other cultures aren't afraid to listen to hip hop because now they're on movies. Now they're on commercials. Now they're in video games. Remember Madden 2000 when Ludacris came rapping out to Madden 2000? Man, I'm gonna tell you, that's to me why wave 2, and to me wave 2 lasted. To me, wave 2 is a span from 1991 to 2006. Because you have wave 1, which is from the 70s to about 1990-91. Now you got 1991 because, think about it, 1991, 1992, you have an all-black label, Death Row Records, making hundreds of millions of dollars, and they are saying, fuck everybody.
You're right. You're probably right, because I'm looking at it like, you right. I think I agree with that.
Yeah, and now, wave 2, like I said, the most important wave. because the beginning of hip hop was pretty much just East and West, New York filters of California. Then wave 2, now we got Atlanta, now we have Miami, now we have New Orleans, now we have St. Louis, now we have spots all over the country. Now we have spots all over the major market cities, that are now that seen this hip hop thing. Not to mention the females. You think I'm leaving any sisters out? Now Queen Latifah, she's a wave 1 chick. MC Light, Yo-Yo, those are wave 1 sisters who were still doing their thing in wave shit. There's still plenty of rappers from wave 1 who are still doing their thing now. Like I was watching the Big 3 yesterday, and who was performing at halftime of the game at Barclays? M.O.P. You know how much I love them niggas?
Oh, yeah, I mean, doing their thing. I mean, yeah, they still performing.
But like I said, did I mention Houston, Texas? Yo boy, Crit, okay?
Yeah, man. Now, what wave you put them in? Because Houston...
I put them... Crit, I put Crit in wave... damn, that's hard. Because I know Crit was underground for a while.
One is 608, but they're coming.
Yeah, now see, underground, if you talking about underground, I would have to put him in wave 2, but when it comes to mainstream, he's definitely wave 3. But
wave 3. Okay, so let me ask you about, you said Houston with Paul Wall and
wave 2.
And
wave 2.
They wave 2?
Yes, sir. Paul Wall, UGK. UGK
now.
No, I understand the Underground Kings have been around for a long time, but you really didn't start hearing about UGK, even with them being underground, until the mid to late 90s. So, I mean...
late 90s. I would say Big Pimpin' would put them on. That was 2000.
That was 2001.
That was 2001.
Yeah.
That was 2001. And you said...
Oh, no, Big Pimpin' definitely. Well, that may have put them on kind of a mainstream thing, but right. UGK was on some of No Limits top. Like, I Miss My Homies, Pimp C.
Yeah. Because the same thing could be happening for 3 6 Mafia. But they've been around since the 90s, but they didn't get made.
Wave 2, bro. 3 6 is part of the most important wave. All of that stuff. Nope. Like I said, wave 1, we talking about mostly New York and Cali. Wave 2, now we are involving the dirty South. We're talking about the Midwest. All of that stuff came from that 91 to 2006
I can see
wave.
Trying to make an argument for I don't know why, but I was trying to make an argument for Paul Wall and Mike Jones to be wave 3, but they definitely wave 2. They late wave 2.
They late wave 2, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? You can sit this shit. You can sit this shit and break that shit down like that, and then have it like, and have the stages, and then have like phases of it, like
absolutely
like MCU. That's dope. Man, we got to do that. That's okay. I'm with you right there. So wave
50 years of hip hop, man.
But wave 3. So wave 3 is like. So where does Kanye fit in all that?
Kanye is definitely wave 2 because Kanye was not only producing for Rockefeller. His first album and his second album dropped between the years of 2003 and 2005.
Okay, so wave 3 is like Big Crit, Wiz Khalifa.
Yep.
Migos, Kevin Gates.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So where are we? Are we in stage 4 now?
Well, I think we're in the cusp. I think we're in the beginning cusp of stage 4. I can't even tell you all of these new motherfuckers' names. But I tell you what, wave 3 hit with some special people. When I'm talking about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion.
Finest, what's my boy name?
Jack Harlow. I mean, who?
What's my boy name from Hampton?
Dram. Yeah, stage 3 definitely hit with some special individuals.
So Drake is what, stage 3 or stage?
Drake is stage 3.
I agree.
Yes. Drake is stage, yeah, absolutely. Now listen, I need you to come over here so we can do another whole YouTube live, and we can talk about this shit.
Yeah, man. Listen, nigga, I can go to fucking what's the name? Michael's. We can get us a little dry erase board.
Yeah. Yes.
Please out. We can have like the war room out there. We can listen. We can get this shit straight because I live for shit like that.
Absolutely. No question.
No question. Top 5 rappers.
Mine?
Or was you getting to that? Yeah.
Okay, well, my top 5 rappers, Tupac and Biggie, bar none. Nas, Eminem, and Jadakiss. I'm talking about, and Jadakiss, it was tough, man, because I like bars, man. I do. I love bars.
Yeah. Yeah, mine would be Method Man.
And I was so fighting with Method Man, between Method Man and Jadakiss. I was.
Method Man, we can talk about like my favorites or who I think are the best.
Who you think are the best? I wasn't naming my favorites, but I was naming who I think is the best.
Okay, well, that's different. The best would be, I think the best rapper is Jay-Z, and then it's Lil Wayne, and then it's Jadakiss, and then you got, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. What'd I say? Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Jadakiss. I got 2 more. Biggie Smalls, and who can really, I'm gonna tell you, and this nigga's underrated. I don't give a fuck with nobody. You can hang up on me. Best rapper, like we talking about bars, he's so underrated. Coolio could rap.
Hey, look, man. I said this last night on the live. Is that, look, whoever your opinion is, you will get no criticism from me because that's your opinion.
And
that is.
Coolio had some of the backing that most niggas, man. Just when if you get bored, just pop on that junk. Come on, man, that nigga is blowing.
Hey, listen.
From that, everybody know him from that. He that
Gangsta's Paradise.
Paradise junk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that nigga could flow, man. God.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. I don't have Jay on my top 5, not because I don't think he can. Clearly, Jay-Z can rap. I mean, he would maybe be on my top 10, but those people who I named, I think lyrically are better because one thing I noticed about Jay-Z, and this is not a knock, I mean, it's a level of genius to it, but he bites off a lot of people's flow. So I remember the firm, fast rapping Jigga to after Biggie died, the switch, the transition. And again, now where I would put Jay-Z in my top 5 or top 3 is top 5 businessmen as far as rappers goes.
He's been doing it for 30-some years. He had to. I mean, I just see that's the evolution of the flow because a lot of rappers do that. They change their flow. Lil Wayne is 13 different people. Gucci Mane has different flow. Gucci Mane got about 4 flows. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that long and not change it up. So I get what you're saying, but that I don't hold that against him.
It's not that I'm holding it against him, but it's just I think that lyrically, I've always thought that Nas was lyrically better than Jay-Z. I always thought that Jadakiss, I think Method Man lyrically is better than Jay-Z. And the thing, like I said, these are people, my list is who I think are the best. Now, Tupac is my favorite, but I actually think that he's the best. I like Method Man better than Jadakiss as far as my preference, but when I listen to Jada flow, I'm like, God damn. Like,
that man, you talking about putting a rapper on Undisputed? Put Jadakiss. The Jadakiss is undisputed. Every single person
right.
corner of the country, no matter where you go, who you is, you know that you know what I'm saying? Man, oh my God. The best. Oh man, Snoop. I'm gonna tell you something. Snoop need to be up there because.
Oh, Snoop can spit, man.
Snoop, listen, because at one point in time, and we may not be, we are not too old to remember this. But at one point in time, Snoop was rap. 2 niggas got shot and changed all that. Snoop was the face of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then once Biggie got shot, once Tupac got shot, then Biggie got shot, and then people started to see them. That shit changed everything. That shit changed hip hop. So when you talk about phase 1, that's one of them things that you doing on stage 1. That's one of the things we need to consider post Biggie and Tupac.
Well, remember I put Tupac, Biggie, and Snoop all in phase 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, stage 2. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant whatever stage that was. Now, my favorites? Come on now, you know I'm going with Crit. 2 Chainz is going to always be underrated. Not Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Jay-Z, and Juvie.
Now, what about, okay, so that I know who your favorite hot boy is. Now, who's your favorite rap group?
Outkast, the AT Aliens, the ancient aliens. God damn it. A criminal, undisputedly.
I'm talking about top 5. Give me 5 groups.
Okay. Okay, well, that's easy. Boom. Outkast number 1, UGK, 8-Ball MJG. Hold on, give me some. Group. Cause I be thinking about, okay, those my duos.
Still a group.
Still a group.
Right now, you and me have the exact same list.
Right there, gotta be 3-6.
Oh, I didn't think of them. God damn. Forgive me.
Gotta be 3-6.
Forgive me. Gee whiz.
Who is my 5th group? I'm not gonna take too long on this. The Dungeon Family.
Okay.
Who did I fucking forget? The Wu-Tang Clan. Ain't nothing to fuck with. Well, I can't. Because see, when I think of this, where I fuck up right there. Because when I think about Wu-Tang Clan, I think about Method Man. But they say Method Man is not part of Wu-Tang Clan. Same thing with 3-6. They say Project.
No. Project Pat wasn't part of 3-6, but Method Man was a part of Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Well, mine was the same except for, I had Outkast, UGK, 8-Ball, MJG, but I had the Locks and West Side Connection out of respect. Because I fucking love Ice Cube. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I love Ice Cube. I mean, for real, when I first started getting into rap, I was West Coast. Even though, we from Richmond, I love my fucking West Coast rap. I still do.
Yeah. I love Ice Cube. That nigga just well, as I got older, that nigga's yelling all the time. We are full vine. Chewing on a piece of swine. Young nigga get hit from some shit. Yelling all the time. That nigga was angry all the time.
Hey man, Cube, that's my nigga,
Yeah.
But I did like the shit. The very first 2 rap CDs I had was straight West Coast, The Chronic and All Eyes on Me. What?
That's the tie-in between rap and sports though, because you know what I'm saying, you can have your favorites and you can put them against, you know what I'm saying, and you don't have to be 6'7", 300 pounds to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
So it is what that is. That's dope.
Absolutely. But all right, sir. Well, let me get the hell on up out of here and make me something to eat. I'm kid free tonight. Yeah, oh man, shit. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep, please. It's a Monday, bro. Ain't shit popping. But less than 3 weeks, the fight.
I got you.
Don't say that and then don't have your ass over here.
No, I got you. I'm coming to that joint.
Shit, we can have our YouTube live moment then, nigga.
That's fine. That's cool.
But anyway, I'm gonna get at you, big homie. All right.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Big C in the motherfucking house. Honestly, 50 years of hip hop is something special. 50 years of hip hop is something special. It's something magical. They're building a hip hop museum, which honestly, in all honesty, is overdue. But with that being said, folk, where the buzzer. Ah, yes. 50 years of hip hop, and I want to continue to salute that, throughout really the rest of the year, because hip hop truly is something that's been life-saving to a lot, a true art form, and it's just a beautiful thing. But I hope, again, everybody has a wonderful week, and definitely if you listen to this podcast, hit that like button for your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, and hit that subscription button as well and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I hope everybody is safe. Don't get caught up in none of these little dumbass storms out here again. But it's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out this bitch. Peace, and I love you.